Hello, friends. I first wanted to apologize for not posting, commenting, watching, having anything to do with the vinyl community for the past week. I like how I, started my channel and did my first real video on my lonesome and then vanished. So I apologize, and I'll try to get better at it. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to interacting with a vinyl, internet, Webernets, digital community, so bear with me. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed. I'm very flattered, and Mark was teasing about how many views his hacked video that I did had received, so that was funny. So I'm going to talk about what I've been listening to lately, but first I want to make a bit of a confession. Prior to meeting Mark, I loved music, but I didn't know much about it, and I wasn't really exposed to anything amazing, new, exciting things, at least not on as regular of a basis as I have been since I've met Mark. So thank you to Glasswork at Aftermath for introducing me to such great music for as long as I've known you. So we have been watching a lot of music documentaries lately, and we watched one about Harry Nilsson the other day. It's called Who is Harry Nilsson and Why is Everybody Talking About Him? So I have, of course, heard his songs before. Who hasn't heard, One is the Loneliest Number, and Put the Lime in the Coconut, for instance. They're on every classic rock station on the radio you could think of. But I didn't know that it was his writing until just recently. So I have been listening to Schmilsson on repeat, pretty much, actually. This album is phenomenal. I could start singing it, but I don't want to subject you to any more of my singing. At least not today. I was listening to this one a lot the other day. I should probably flip these around so you can see them a little bit better. Just find that little note so endearing there. Here's the back of this one if you'd like to see here. I guess I've seen this before. So I really love the music of Harry Nilsson. I love it because it is lyrical, it is whimsical, it is nostalgic, it is really sweet and endearing, but sort of dark. I find it really easy to just kind of get caught up in the storyline and the words and how the poem, I guess, I would call a lot of the songs poems, but how they're put to music, you just kind of get really swept into it. Let's see, here's some of the other ones we have. The old Ariel Pandemonium Ballet there. So, I think Mark has shown this one before. Ooh, we're having a strobe light dance party happening. But this documentary we watched, I would suggest it's actually streaming on Netflix if you do such things. It's, I don't know, really great seeing a lot of the old photographs, and you guys know he didn't tour, he didn't do a lot of live shows. So just hearing all the stories about him and his beginnings and how he came out of this poor family, and he was a banker for a while, and he started selling the rights to the songs, and then skyrocketed after Three Dog Night did a cover of One is the Loneliest Number. So I don't know, and then hearing about kind of the later parts in life where it's really kind of rough, and he got really caught into the rock star drugs and partying, and I don't know, fascinating. So I suggest it, and if you guys have any suggestions for me for similar artists, I would really appreciate it. Again, whimsical, lyrical stuff you can kind of just sing along to and enjoy it. again, thank you for subscribing, and I apologize I didn't record anything for a while, so I'll try to get better at it. Like I said, it'll take me a little bit to get used to, so, well, thanks guys, and I will see you later.